Is this how America's chronic disease epidemic can come to an end? Donald Trump is giving Robert Francis Kennedy Jr. the green light on turning the food and medical industry around to save an America that has the highest rate of chronic disease in the world by far. Here's what we've heard Donald Trump say about RFK Jr. I'm gonna let him go wild on the food. I'm gonna let him go wild on the medicines. And here are the 5 key issues and policy priorities of the Make America Healthy Again movement, which is founded by RFK Jr. At 1, we have the chronic disease epidemic. MAHA's strategy for combating chronic disease focuses on addressing the underlying factors contributing to the prevalence of illnesses like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. They believe many of these diseases can be prevented through lifestyle and environmental changes. By supporting initiatives that encourage healthier diets, reducing processed and sugary foods, and advocating for better public health care, MAHA aims to reduce the national burden of chronic illness. It also calls for policies that make preventative health care accessible, particularly in underserved communities, where diet and environmental factors often contribute to a higher risk of disease. At 2, we have regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is viewed as a sustainable solution to both public health and climate challenges. This approach promotes farming practices that focus on soil health and biodiversity, such as crop rotation, reduced tillage, and minimized chemical use. MAHA supports policies that incentivize these practices to reduce reliance on synthetic pesticides and fertilizers, which have health risks and environmental impacts. By improving soil quality and reducing carbon emissions, regenerative agriculture not only produces nutrient-rich foods, but also enhances resilience against climate change by storing more carbon in the soil. At 3, we have habitat preservation. MAHA advocates for protecting natural ecosystems as a vital part of promoting public health and environmental resilience. Industrial activities and large-scale agriculture often lead to the destruction of habitats, impacting biodiversity and increasing pollution. MAHA promotes the preservation of forests, wetlands, and grasslands to ensure cleaner air, water, and soil, which are foundational for community health. This also includes pushing for stricter environmental laws and enforcement to prevent the degradation of protected lands and reduce pollution from industrial sources. At 4, we have combating corporate corruption. Corporate influence on public health and environmental regulations has led to policies that sometimes favor industry profits over public safety. MAHA calls for reducing corporate influence in government agencies responsible for health and environmental protection, such as the EPA and FDA. They support initiatives that increase transparency, limit lobbying, and require stricter accountability for corporations. MAHA's aim is to prevent conflicts of interest and ensure that regulatory bodies serve the public good, making decisions that prioritize long-term health and environmental sustainability. Last but definitely not least, we have removing environmental toxins. Environmental toxins in food, water, and air can lead to a range of health issues, from respiratory problems to cancers. MAHA's goal is to eliminate exposure to harmful chemicals by advocating for more rigorous testing, monitoring, and regulation. This includes addressing pollutants like pesticides, industrial chemicals, and plasticizers, which can be found in everyday products. They seek stricter limits on chemical pollutants and greater oversight of industrial waste to ensure communities have access to clean, safe resources.